Coaches, here we are on the champions page. Welcome to our first ever 10 minutes with the Morning Meltdown 100 test group member. And guys, as you can see, I hope this is the direction I'm supposed to be pointing because it goes for me. This is Erin Hopkins, Morning Meltdown 100 test group member, super fan and test group member. Erin, welcome to our call.
Thank you so much. You're such a good announcer.
Okay, we are very excited to learn, to get the insights of what this test group was like, what Morning Meltdown 100 is like. So I'm just going to ask you two questions. I'll do it one at a time. The first question I have for you, and yes, we have 10 minutes, we're on the clock, is Erin, what was this test group member atmosphere like? What was Morning Meltdown 100 like for you?
This has been a life-changing experience. I do have to kind of give you a little backstory about me. So 3 years ago, I found these programs and this opportunity at a low point in my life. I had 3 kids under 3. I was struggling with pretty serious postpartum anxiety, falling back into some old patterns with body image and disordered eating and emotional eating and that kind of thing. And so I found this, I started with 21 Day Fix, and I found freedom through Beachbody and what it has to offer. And I found freedom in this 21-day program that allowed me to not work out 2 hours a day and to not like deprive myself of things. And so, right, like it's been the most amazing experience, and it always kind of like works until it doesn't, because this is a journey. And so a year ago, oh no, I'm starting to get emotional, and I told myself I would keep it together. Oh no. But a year ago, I found myself struggling. Like I started this business because I was on a mission to help these women who were silently struggling. And then a year ago, I found myself silently struggling again, and hiding it from everyone. I'm a 2-time elite coach who was struggling with her health and fitness journey and super embarrassed about it and super stuck about it and kind of trying to hide that. But it started about last summer, and I gained 15 pounds. And I convinced myself that I was just having fun, and this is a flexible lifestyle, and this is okay. And my business was doing okay because I was working so hard, but obviously wasn't following all the vitals. So in January, and so what I was doing was I was falling into this 21-day cycle. So 3 weeks, let's crush it. Like, let's crush the next 21 days. And then I would fall into a spiral of self-sabotage. And then I'd recommit. And I would commit to 21 days. And then I would spiral into self-sabotage. And these are like lifelong patterns for me that, to be honest, I thought I had conquered. You know, I'm an elite Beachbody coach. Of course I've got it all together, right? Of course I'm not struggling. And so in January, I heard about Morning Meltdown. We're all freaking out. We're all in love with Jericho and like cannot wait. And I heard that in February, there was going to be a competition, and the highest Success Club earners in each category, according to rank, would earn a spot. And no, I called my coach, who's one of my best friends. And it was very similar to the call she got from me 3 years ago when I started this journey. And I called her and I said, I'm not okay. And I'm struggling, and I'm hiding it from everyone, and I need something, and this is it. I know it is. And I am going to do whatever it takes to earn my spot in the Morning Meltdown 100 test group, because I do believe that we are all one program away from a new life, from changing your business, from changing your lives. And we have seen so many coaches ahead of us change the entire trajectory of their life with one program and one launch. And that inspired me. And I knew that I needed this 100-day commitment to break this all or nothing cycle. And guys, this is not easy to share, but I do know that there are so many coaches who are feeling the way that I felt. And it feels fraudulent. Like, it feels awful and embarrassing. And we're sharing our lives on social media and not being completely truthful. So I hope that I'm not alone here. So I did everything I could. I've never worked as hard as I worked in February. I earned a spot in the Morning Meltdown test group. And I knew I was committing to 100 days of workouts, and that was cool. I can do that. But 100 days of like not giving up on myself and not self-sabotaging scared the crap out of me. But I knew that is what I needed. I knew that I had to switch off that all or nothing mentality. And I knew that if I stopped trying to make it look perfect for 21 days And I just didn't stop. Even if it didn't look perfect, even if the Success Club cruise was on the second week, we've had family in town. My husband and I are very social. I have 3 little kids and a full-time Beachbody business and stressful weeks. And I like to drink wine and I like to go out with friends, and none of that stopped. I knew that I was going to go through this 100 days living my life, and for the first time in a really long time, not giving up on myself and not self-sabotaging. And guys, like that, I feel like it's been kind of like overwhelming in that test group, how many people feel the same way, because this all or nothing mentality serves us in a lot of ways. Like I'm all or nothing in my friendships. My business is really good because I'm all or nothing. Like there's so many ways that serves us. And there's a lot of people who are attracted to this opportunity, because they have that kind of personality. But this shift has, honestly, it's changed everything for me. And yeah, like I really do believe that we're all one launch, one program away from shifting the stuff that's going on in your head. I've lost 20 pounds. Again, I lived my life for 100 days. I did not miss a single workout. But more than anything, I also found balance in my life. There were many days, because again, I'm this all or nothing person. I want to go crush my workout and I want to sweat and I want to, do all that. But there were many days where Jericho would ramp it up. Like there's a format called lit cardio, like get scared about lit cardio. But then there were many days where she took it down. And there was a lot of active recovery. And I'll be honest, there were some times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I need more than that. And I was getting results. And so I'm like, Erin, Jericho knows better than you. And as a result of trusting that process and following it to a T and what Jericho was telling me to do, I have never felt more balanced in my body, like less injured and more nourished, because I truly trusted the process. And not only did I've had an amazing transformation. I'm like right at the 20-pound mark. And actually it feels like more than 20 pounds, but it's about so much more. It's about the shift in mindset.
Dang, that was good. We're gonna call this 10-ish minutes with. We're gonna call this 10-ish because I didn't want to jump in and cut you off, because that was so good. I think so many coaches related to that mentality that you had of, yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach, but and I have flexibility, and it's okay if people go up and down, but just trying to avoid the obvious of, you know what, I do need help, and I am one program away from being my best. And wow, I feel like that was such a great opportunity. I know I'm cutting you off here, but I need to ask this question of, you did this program, you did 100 workouts. You were all in, as that personality type is with you. So then how are you translating that to this launch? How are you preparing yourself, and how are you preparing your team for this July 1st and July 16th launch?
Well, first of all, I'm only 89 workouts in, so we're not done yet, but almost there. But the main thing, and this is so simple, guys, like get excited. Like your excitement is contagious. And I wish there's so many days where I wish I could be one of those coaches who like is the master of Google Streak and has these like drip campaigns and funnels and all of that. And I have tried that approach before, and I'm like so jealous of all these people that works for. But the truth of the matter is that never converts for me, because I can't get people excited in an email. I just can't. They need to hear this. They need to see this. And so when I talk like this and get excited in my Instagram stories, or when I voice text everyone, I pick up the phone and I call people all the time. Still 3 years later with a pretty big business, I just feel like I can convert and get people excited if they hear it and if they see it. And I know that there's going to be people who are like, well, she has an advantage because she was in the test group. But like, watch this and get excited. Oh my gosh, if you saw that DJ mashup Vimeo clip that Beachbody did, like that will get anybody excited. Start sharing that stuff and just hype it up, because that is contagious. And when you get off this call, get on your Instagram stories and be like, oh my gosh, this crazy girl just told me about her experience and cried publicly. And I cannot wait. And I have to share it with you guys. Who is doing this with me? Who's going to change their lives with me? Like, it's all about the excitement. So get excited. I can't do the email thing. I have to do the one-on-one. I have to connect or I can't sign people up. I'm going to have a morning process challenge. Obviously, this program is called Morning Meltdown. The idea is that this is how you start your day. Is it a requirement? No, it's not like an excuse not to do this because you're not a morning person. And I have always worked out in the morning. And so, but I have 3 little kids, 3 little girls, 6 and under, and they wake up early. So I wake up to like 3 faces on me, and this is how we start our day in like a frazzled mess. And I'm like, okay, what next? My husband and I are like, you know, it's a crazy mess in our house in the mornings. And I would always just like work out when they were around. And in a way, I thought that helped my business. Like, it's kind of good to like have children hanging off you and no excuses. But I made a commitment with this program that I was going to wake up 30 minutes earlier because it's just 30 freaking minutes. And I was mad about it. And I was already wake up early. Why do I have to do this? And I made a commitment and I got my mornings back. And my little girls walk down the stairs every morning and we have this calendar and they are like, Mommy, did you do it? Did you finish your workout? And they get to put, they alternate. We have to take turns on who gets to put the sticker on this calendar. And they cannot wait to see me go to 100 days. So I've found a way to include my kids and have my mornings back, which is a game changer. And so what I'm going to do is morning challenges. I'm going to be talking about it on my Instagram. I think I'm going to run a free group with it, but also in my challenge group, we're going to have a morning challenge to get up 30 minutes earlier and really take care of yourself, even if it's just having a cup of coffee by yourself. And then also with my team, I want to see how this impacts their lives starting now. And then the other thing that I'm going to do, which I'm really excited about, is I used to run races like half marathons, triathlons, marathons, all of that stuff. And I can tell you with 1000% certainty that I never signed up for a race without a friend because it's too much of a commitment and I need camaraderie and I need somebody in it with me. And yes, we create that in our challenge groups and it's such a beautiful thing. And it's like what makes this the most amazing thing ever is that support and accountability. But I am going to have some, and I haven't ironed out exactly what this is going to look like yet, but there will be a referral program. So everybody that I bring into my group for Morning Meltdown 100, I'm going to be like, okay, you ready? It's 100 days. I highly recommend that you grab a friend the same way that you would grab a friend if you were signing up for a half marathon, because we are going to hold each other accountable and we're going to link arms, but you having that extra level of accountability and showing up for your person that you brought in is going to make all the difference. So the referral program, I think for this and the 100 days is going to be humongous.
That's it. That is.
What was that, 22 minutes?
That was great. Hey, that was 10-minute-ish. That was right just as we planned. I need to emphasize the 2 things that she talked about, because coaches, this is what will work for you. Number 1, excitement. I cannot stress enough how contagious excitement is. Excitement will drive you much further than any email, any elaborate like if you're excited about something, people want to be a part of it too. Number 1, get excited and let it be true excitement. Don't fake it. True excitement about about how excited you are for this program. And number 2, accountability. This idea of bringing somebody on with you to do this program. Look, it's 100 workouts and you can talk yourself out at day 55, no problem, because it's not exciting anymore. But if you have that accountability and you're doing this with somebody and you're checking in with them every single day, you will get this done and you'll get the results that you want. And guys, they will be lifers. So guys, this is it. 10-minute-ish with Erin Hopkins. What a great call. We're going to do this again on Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Erin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.